When you're mixing your 808s, EQ can help you get a cleaner low end by doing these simple steps. The first thing to do is to cut out all of the unnecessary frequencies in all of your other tracks that might be conflicting with the 808. This means your vocals, your instruments, your synths, anything that isn't supposed to be playing super low notes, get rid of them. It's as simple as setting up a high-pass filter, and we're using Infinity EQ for this. You can see that sometimes you get some buildup down there. Like with this sample, we've got a lot of low-end rumble happening that we really don't want or need. So we'll cut out up to where the main frequencies are that we want to keep, and we see those on the spectrum analyzer, and we simply put our high-pass filter just below them. We'll do the same thing on all the rest of our tracks because this low-frequency rumble builds up and really makes it hard to get a clean low end.
Poppy, door sloppy, this shit go give me that toppy, all in that truck. She letting me fuck, Gorilla Glue had me real stuck. I'm beating it up, not giving a fuck. 21 clips.
The second thing you want to do is to actually put a high-pass filter on your kick and 808. Sometimes there is even unwanted low rumble on these tracks as well. We're talking like between 20 and 30 hertz, which is extremely low and not really all that necessary for keeping that huge low end. So if these frequencies are below our main fundamental frequency of the kick and 808, we're going to cut them out.
Clips, they're selling your body, got the little bitch up a Molly, calling me Poppy, door sloppy, this shit go give me that toppy, all in that truck.
You can tell what the main fundamental frequency is because it's going to be the biggest peak on the spectrum analyzer. You don't want to cut out important frequencies, but it can be helpful to remove the rumble because it'll make your low end that much tighter and cleaner. The third thing to try is to carve out complementary frequencies between your kick, 808, and any other low-frequency instruments you might have. So, for example, I see this kick drum is mostly hitting around 50 hertz. That's the biggest peak on our spectrum analyzer. I'm going to head over to my 808 track and put a tiny dip there at 50 hertz so that the kick can cut through just a little more. It's going to be subtle, but when you're mixing, it can be just the thing you need to get that extra little bit of clarity in your bass.
They're selling your body, got the little bitch up a Molly, calling me Poppy, door sloppy, this shit go give me that toppy, all in that truck. She letting me fuck, Gorilla Glue had me real stuck. I'm beating it up, not giving a fuck. 21 clips.
So none of these moves are that drastic by themselves, but when you put them all together, they can really work together to make sure you have a tight low end. That's because what you're really doing with all these tricks is trying to eliminate masking, which is when you have two different sounds covering each other up in the same frequencies, which makes things unclear. If you want to get more technical on this, check out the Slate Academy Ultimate Guide to EQ. Try these tricks out and remember, at this stage, you're looking for a few inches here, a few inches there, just to get a little bit cleaner. If you're having major issues in your low end, EQ is probably not the answer, and you're going to be better off looking at the sample selection or other production techniques that we outlined earlier in this course.